So once we configure about our business partner and vendor setting, today we'll be creating the supplier master data. Supplier master data. Supplier is also known as a vendor, also known as a creditor. Creditors master data. T code is BP. Create the supplier data or vendor master, creditor master, whatever name you want to call. There is something prerequisite. That prerequisite you have to remember very carefully, because when you go for data migration, you have to know very well in which sequence you have to do the data migration. So major dependency is reconciliation GL should be created. Reconciliation GL is required if you want to create the vendor master. Reconciliation GL should be created. Make sure your transport request are already moved in whichever system you want to create, so that payment term is also required. Then in case if you want to enter your house bank detail, house bank, then house bank and account ID also should be created. Then payment method, these are some important fields, important details are required while creating the supplier master data. Now, as I have shown you yesterday, that in supplier master data, there are three segments. One, general segment or general data, then company code data, and purchase organization data, purchasing org data. General data will include vendor normal information like vendor name, address, vendor bank details, vendor tax related information, vendor country, vendor phone number, email. All this basic communication address related information will be shown in the general information, general data, and this information will be saved in the table LFA1. LFA1 and role will be generally 000000. This is the role. This is the role. This same role is applied for BP also. The same role is applied for the BP also. Okay. Now company code information will be saved in the LFB1. Here vendor is created for which company code? One vendor can be created for multiple company code. Each company code wise vendor may have different reconciliation account, vendor may have different payment method, vendor may have different terms of payment, vendor may have different information depending on the company code is specific. So that information you can see in LFV1. Let's say same vendor 123 vendor number is created for two company code. In two different company code, I may have two different reconciliation account. I may have two different terms of payment. I may have two different payment method allowed. That is possible. So if you want to know vendor company code is specific information, then you have to go in the table LFB1. And this Role is FLV N double zero. And company code data is mandatory to post any information in vendor. Why it is mandatory? Because in the company code data you are giving the reconciliation account. First of all, the vendor you are extending for the uh, for the for the company code. Like for GL, if you create any GL just for SKA1 label, that is chart of account label, will you be able to post any transaction in that GL? No, not possible. That GL must be extended at a company code level, that is SKB1, to post any transaction in that GL. Similarly, I just created the general data of the vendor master. I cannot post any transaction. To post in that vendor, I must extend that vendor to company code role, that is FLV N00. That is mandatory. Okay. If I extend only to FLV N00, then that vendor is known as a finance vendor. I can purchase non-PO based purchases I can do. That is known as a non-PO based purchases, or directly finance purchases, where I don't want to track what material I'm purchasing, for which plant I'm purchasing, for which purchase organization I'm purchasing. I don't want to track anything. I just bother about the value, how much value I'm purchasing. That is what known as a non-PO based purchases. But if I want to purchase from side, that is PO based purchases, then that vendor must be extended to my purchase organizational or label also. And that will get saved in LFM1 table. This is the table where I can see this vendor is extended to which purchase organization. Till the time I extend the vendor at purchase organization label or role is FLV N01. This label, I cannot use that vendor to purchase from side. So does it mean that if I have vendor where general data is there and purchasing data there, will I still be able to purchase from side? No. You need the company code data. Why you need? Because if you purchase anything from side, where entry will flow, where reconciliation, anything you purchase in the vendor, that is sub ledger, that should hit to the main ledger, that is recon account. If you are if you have created any vendor just by taking this role and this role, where entry will go, where reconciliation GL. So to post any entry from the side, you need all these three roles. But if I want to only post from the finance side, only these two roles is enough. It is enough. So this is about the table label. Now, as I said, whenever you create, first you create any party as a business partner. If I'm going to purchase anything from ABC vendor, first he is my business partner. If I'm purchasing from him something, then he is, I have to extend that role. If I'm purchasing non-PO based, I'll extend this role. Then he'll become my finance vendor. If I'm purchasing anything PO based, I'll extend this role. Then he will become my PO based partner. If I'm selling something to him, then he'll become my customer also. If I'm taking loan from him, he'll become my bank partner also. So here you can see why business partner has been introduced, although I have discussed yesterday already why business partner has been introduced. So one business partner can be playing a multiple role. That can be my business partner, as that can be my vendor. In vendor also, that can be my FI vendor, that can be my vendor. Similarly, that can be my FI customer, that can be my SD customer, that can be my business partner, that can be my um, credit agency. That business partner can be any role playing for me. So depending on the role, the business partner will play. Okay. So first, business partner, as I said, when you go for a greenfield implementation, our direction is first you have to create the business partner. Business partner will create vendor or customer. This direction. So you have to create in SAP first business partner, then based on the role you have to convert that business partner either as a customer, vendor, as I said. This is for the greenfield implementation direction. Implementation. In brownfield implementation, meaning that ECC system itself you are making as a S4 in brown. So in brownfield implementation, you already have the vendor. You already have vendor in the ECC. That vendor you are converting as a business partner. Business partner. You are following this route in the brownfield implementation, but in greenfield implementation, this is the route. So business partner must be created first. The moment you create the business partner, it has table. There are many table, but one table you try to remember. Business partner table is BUT 3 times 0. You can see the business partner related information in this table. Okay, you can see in this table. Now, if your requirement is to know which business partner is linked to which customer vendor, okay, you want to see the linkage between business partner to vendor or business partner to customer. So business partner, there are many table, but I'm trying to give you some easy table. Business partner and vendor connection. If you want to see, let's say I'm giving you when a business partner and I'm asking, go and check what is the vendor number created for this business partner. What is the vendor number? So you have to use some table called IBP supplier. This is the table you have to use. As I said, there are so many other tables, but this table is easy to use. Similarly, if your business requirement is that anyway under one business partner you can create as a vendor, you can create as a supplier. But is it possible to create same vendor, same business partner, two vendor, two customer under one business partner? Will I be able to create two vendor number or two customer number? Yes, it is possible. In that scenario, if I want to see the vendor and customer relation, that my business partner is having how many vendor or how many customer, then there is one table. Let me save the table name. This is the table name. Multiple assignment. Use this table. This table you can use. Even this table will give one-to-one assignment also will give, but this will give multiple assignment also. So these are the some table you have to remember as a consultant. That is very, very important. Because tomorrow, many a time you may have to build some report where you need all this data, or many a time you may have to do some data migration. You have to know how to extract the data from where to extract the data, how to validate the data. So as a consultant, you must know all this information. Now, let us create the business partner. So first of all, to create the business partner, go to BP. T code is BP. Hit enter. Then either that business partner is a person, he or she, organization, company, or group of the company. So you have to choose one of these. Based on this, your fields will differ. Underlying field will differ. This is known as business partner category. So click on this one, organization, and you have to select here your business partner grouping which you have done. So what you have done for domestic business partner, you have created domestic vendor group. For foreign business partner, you have created foreign vendor group. So you come here, come to here. This is what I think you have created. This is what, okay. SMDB, that is your local BP. Now in this you have assigned the number ranges. So if you have assigned for business partner group this internal number ranges, then no need to enter here anything. System will automatically generate. If you have assigned external number range, then you have to enter that number. One of the number from that range which is not created, you have to enter here. Then generally first it will come business partner general role. Okay. Now select here company and give that business partner detail. So I'm giving, let's say, Reliance. I will purchase something from Reliance Limited. And these are the detail I can enter if it has long length. Then salutation, if you have anything, any special name, let's say RIL, I can give. Then give here street, let's say Mira Road, for example. Give house number 10, give postal code, give city Mumbai, give country India, give region. Maharashtra.
13, sir, 13.
Okay. Then come back here, give language, English, and any other mandatory field which you have made. Okay. Some fields mandatory by system, some field you can also make mandatory. That I'll discuss how to make the field mandatory very soon. Earlier, it was done via vendor group field status were control. Now based on BP role you can control the field. And if I have already given you one video, YouTube video to watch how to control the field, because business may tell I need this field mandatory, especially reconciliation GL. If I create any BPB without entering the reconciliation GL, then that is one of the biggest mistake. That is blunder. There is no use of creating such business partner or vendor master without giving the reconciliation GL. So that field you can make mandatory. And I hope you have watched that video. If not watched, I'll again teach you today. Give some important information, let's say payment related information you have to enter here. I'll discuss this field during your during your uh, APP time, automatic payment program time. And here you can maintain different address based on the different timeline also you can maintain. Okay, I'll discuss about this also in more detail. Just save it now. Save it. Okay, now this is the number got generated. This is the business partner you created. Now you have to think as a business, as a company, what you are going to do with this business, with this business partner. If you are going to purchase, then either you are going to purchase from finance or you are going to purchase from the If you are going to purchase from the finance, then you have to extend the role of finance. So go to change mode and FLBN00. This is the role you have to extend. Now same business partner will act as a my vendor also, but finance vendor. The moment you select this one, this field get open. This field get open. Click on this one. And now see one more thing. See here, go to general data. The moment you select this one, this this detail will also get added. Now click on this one. See this one account group is coming here. Account group. How this account group is coming? Because my vendor group and my BP group I have linked in one of the configuration. See in this configuration. In this configuration I have linked. In last configuration I have linked, right? My yes. Yeah, master data synchronization. In this I have linked. Let me okay. This detail define number assignment BP2. Yeah, I think heading is also correct. Yeah, in this step I have linked. So based on my BP group, my vendor group is picking automatically. So when I created my general data, I selected BP group. What BP group I selected? If you want to see, go to here. Okay, let me go to, okay, let me create. If you have to go to here, create and change, and it will appear. So right now in change mode, it is not showing. Once you create, then you can check it. So this is what it is coming. Whatever coming by default, if you want to change, you can change it. And why you are able to change that also one config is there. See why it is in editable mode. One config is there. Generally, it will not be in editable mode. Whatever have link, BP groups and vendor group, by default it will come, but it will be in the uh, I mean it will be in the gray out mode. You cannot change it. But why I'm able to change it? Because there is one config is there. After I create, I'll show you. So all this information get come here. All this information gets added when you just add this role. When you have taken the general role, then only this many were information. This one tabs were there. The moment you selected this one, the general information of the vendor also got added. The tab got added here. Okay, where in the general, if you go in the LFA1 table, you can see all this information, your vendor number, this account group, all this information you can see in the LFA1 table as well. If any tax related information, vendor, how tax related information, all this you can see in the vendor general table, that is LFA1. Now come to here. Now for this vendor group, you have selected internal number range. If you have selected external number range, then you cannot enter the supply number here. Remember very carefully, listen very carefully, because you'll get confused. In case if I'm entering extra, if you have used the external number range, then you have to come and enter the external number here. Here it will be editable. Here you have to enter. If you enter here, by default here will also come. Okay, anyway, now you have selected internal number range, so number will automatically get generated. If you feel that this is wrong company code, then you can delete this company code. You can delete this company code, delete. And your company code you can enter if you want, like this. If you think that no problem, let's say already for this company code you have created, okay, generally it will not come automatically, but in case it came, then you can go even for switch also. You can go for switch company code. Switch company code. If you have already created, the list of the company code will also come. Right now you have not created, so it is not coming. So play with this around, okay? Play with this. So now I'm giving IN15. For this company code I want to create. Then I have to give here reconciliation GL here. So I have created this many reconciliation GL. For domestic vendors, I have selected this reconciliation GL. So select this reconciliation GL. Why this only 3 GL is appearing? Because when I created the master data, vendor master here, where it is here, whichever GL I have selected as a K vendor, only those GLs are appearing here. So if you feel that no GL is appearing, it means that you have created wrong reconciliation GL. In no GL you have selected K. That's the reason it is not appearing here. So be careful. What does it mean? It means that I cannot post any entry directly into this GL, which I already explained. Anything I want to post to Reliance Limited, I have to post to this vendor number, to this supplier number. I cannot post to this, but whatever I'll post in this supplier number, entry will automatically flow here. So as much as amount I post in supplier, same amount should be available here also. Sub ledger versus main ledger should always have equal balance, same balance. Okay. Now, any other information we'll see slowly. Go to here. Important field is thumbs up payment. Give thumbs up payment. We'll see about payment method and other so many information. Okay, save it. So this information, that FLV N00, this information will be saved in the LFB1 table. For this company code, I am giving this information, I am giving this vendor. Maybe for other company code, I can give this different information. But general data, what I have given, that will remain same for all the company code. That will be common. LFA1 will be common for all the company code. But LFB1 related information, that this information can be different from company code to company code. Okay, save it. Now go to here. Now go to here. If you want to see what BP group we have used, click on this one. You can see here BP group. This is the BP group we have used. And if you want to see for this BP group what vendor group we have used, then you have to go to here. So this is the vendor group we have used. This is the vendor number got created. Even here also you can see this is the vendor number got created. Now same vendor, if you want to create for another company, go to change mode, go to switch company. You can give another company code. Okay. The moment you select here another company code, you can give whatever reconciliation GL you need. If for this company code, for this same vendor, if I want to give different reconciliation GL, I can give it. So same vendor, when I post for this company code, it will hit to this reconciliation GL backend, not this GL. It's up to me. It's up to business, I mean, which is very rare case, but in case, what I'm trying to tell, what is called company code data. Why we say company code data? It means that same vendor may have different information for company code wise. That is the meaning. But I'm giving same recon GL here. I can give different terms of payment. When I'm purchasing from same supplier for this company code, this supplier is telling that I'll give 45 days credit period. But for IN15, I may give 60 days credit period. It depends. Each company code, how they are bargaining with the vendor can be different. So this is company code specific information. Okay, so that you have to know it. Save it. Now, if you want to see this vendor created for how many company code, you can click on this one. So it is created for this many. Okay. So this is about the business partner creation. Please go and check. As I said, all these tables, you can execute these tables and you can see them. You can execute LFA1 first business partner related information you want to see. Go to BUT 000. Then these are the fields are there you want to see. If you remember your business partner, let's say just now I created, I forgot what business partner number was created. So at least some information I have to give here to extract the details. At least some information. So let's say I know my BP group, I know that is SMDV for example. So all the BP number created for this group will appear here. See, so this is latest we created this one. This is the partner number we created. This is the partner type, either person means partner category, person, organization, group, and then search term. This some information you can see here. See here. This will cover business partner related basic information. Now, let's say vendor general data, that is LFA1. Now I don't know for that business partner what is the vendor number got created. So what I'll do, first of all here, again I have to enter either supplier number or something I have to enter. I can enter the company code. Sorry, LFA1, right? In LFA1 there is no company code, sorry. So company code it is coming, but no. Let me run it. That's what I'm telling. Company code field is there, but there is, you cannot run by company code. So here you can see what you can see country wise you can run. If you remember name Reliance, I remember name wise I can run. Some information you have to remember. Or vendor group I remember. I have to give some information. Account group, vendor group, account group. Some information I have to know to run it. So let's say I know SM DV, for example. I don't know either that is the vendor group or not. No, this is another. So let's say I don't remember anything, but I just remember BP number. BP number I remember last time. So I run this table. I run BUT. Somebody given me this BP number they given because here you remember this one. So you run and you found this BP number. And from this BP number in table level, any in T code level, anyway, you can go and check it. So you see, for example, if you want to see the T code level, so slash n BP, you know here BP number. So select your business partner and select a number. If you know just business partner number, select a number. If you know supplier number, you know, select a supplier. But right now I know only BP number. So select number and give here BP number, hit enter, double click and select the role, and you can see this is the supplier number. But let's say I'm playing with table. I don't want to go by T code. So right now I know this partner number I know, but I don't know the supplier number. Then I can go to this table. Just now I told na here, this table, IBP supplier. Here I can see for my business partner what is the vendor number is created. So if I go here IBP supplier, IBP supplier, I will give my business partner number and I can get my supplier number here. See, for this business partner, this is my supplier number. And this is the supplier group and all other detail. Either it is active, not active. So this is my supplier number. Now, once I know the supplier number, I will go to LFA1 table. I want to see the supplier general data, name and country and all detail. Give supplier number here and run here, name, country, all this, whatever detail you want to see about the supplier. So vendor group here. Same supplier I want to see created for which are the company code. I'll go to LFB1. Supplier. If I want to see only for one company code, I'll type one company code. Okay. If I want to see this supplier created for how many company code for all the I need, I'll run it. I can see this supplier is created for two company code. Both are having same reconciliation GL. Both are having same terms of payment and all other detail whatever you will enter. So this is about the table. Okay.